In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe.
I got them right here. I can show them off.
One is me.
One is you. Hey, it is Sunday night. I don't need to tell you what it is. Drew, what's your quote tonight?
Oh, shit, I actually have one, and I wasn't prepared. This is from a 1968 classic. Look, Dave, I can see you're real upset about this. Honestly, I think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over.
Jesus.
I don't even know that.
I know what it is.
Did spit it out?
I bet you do.
2001, A Space Odyssey.
Yes, sir, it is.
Paul, you're up.
Mine is from 1997.
It's a good year.
Yeah. I'll be coming around the mountain when I come. I'll be coming around the mountain when I come. I'll be blowing your fucking head off. I'll be blowing your fucking head off. I'll be whacking your fucking mind out when I come.
I don't know what it is, but I need to watch it. I've probably seen it.
Is that Natural Born Killers?
No. That was
Con Air.
94, I think. No, but it has someone from Con Air in it. I don't think anybody in the chat has it either. That is Gross Point Blank.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Mike, I gotta find a quote. I don't have one. You go ahead.
All
Mike.
right. Well,
Great job, host.
Hey, coming at me with that need a quote right away business. No, and I'm always.
I know he didn't even introduce the show. He's like, Drew, what's your quote?
No, I said, hey, I said it's 7 o'clock. You know what's going on. That's what I said. I didn't have to do the blast of the stash. They know what they're here for.
Actually, they really don't. They have no clue. All right, in the chat, we got Comics Misexplained. He's been here for a little bit. Jason Smith is in here. Reviews from the Batcave. Chad is here. Pocan Joe. He's getting ready to go head to Colorado soon. Who else? Area 51. Not sure about all that. And I think I said Area 51. What's up, Area? My quote is short and sweet from 2004, and it is, I'm fireproof, you're not.
Oh, come on.
What? Look, I'm lazy and fat.
It's right above your head.
It is.
It is. But that's the comic book version.
It is Hellboy.
It is Hellboy.
Okay, I quickly looked this up. This is a comic book movie. It's not a really well-known one. I don't think it got a lot of critical praise. I'm warning you, I'm a lethal killing machine. It was a secret government experiment. They did stuff to me. Spooky stuff. Anal stuff. It turned me into a dangerous telekinetic.
Anal stuff.
And ancient Tibetan philosophy states, don't start none, won't be none. It came out in... Dun, dun, dun. Come on, phone, work.
He's Googling his own quote.
I am. 2010.
Do you know who it is?
Do I know what it is? Come on.
You just looked it up. Are you sure you know?
I know. I looked it up. Yes. Yeah, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it. Comic book movie.
Watchmen?
No. I forgot who it is. Watchmen too.
The Losers?
It is The Losers.
Those are the only 2 comic book movies he was in 2010.
Was The Watchmen 2010 as well?
I don't know. It was like 2000 something.
Pretty light week in comics, at least for me. And I know in Mike and Paul, but you probably have 52, Drew. So why don't you give us your first one?
All right, let's talk about. Let's start off on a low note. The life of Carl Manvers here, Captain Marvel. I went into this expecting it to be pretty darn good. I was disappointed quite immediately. Everything that has come out from this Marvel Fresh Start relaunch has been pretty good, in my opinion. I've liked Tony Stark Iron Man. I've liked what they did with the relaunch of Spider-Man. Doctor Strange is kind of slow to grab me, but I do like that now. Captain America was good, even though I don't like Ta-Nehisi Coates. I even like the new direction for Black Panther. But this right here is a stinker. And not even an art germ cover can fix that, because this is kind of a weird looking cover too. This is definitely a blast for me. Not a fan of the direction of this character. Not a fan of them basically having Tony Stark forgive her and be her best friend right away. They're kind of building something in Avengers, and I dig that, but this is not the same thing. It's a personal story. There's not a whole lot of action going on here, and it just is not something that I'm going to be continue to picking up. So, blast it.
Anybody else grab that this week?
I read it, and I'm blasting it as well. Basically, it's all about her abusive father and her brother and her family life, and nobody cares about that shit. So it's a blast for me as well.
I passed on it. I almost picked it up because of the art germ cover, but like you said, Drew, it's not a very good art germ cover.
No, it's not.
I didn't like her face. Her face looked awful, I thought. Very elfish, but I guess that's a lot of his books, though, too. But I just did not like that cover at all, so I just passed on it completely. Yeah, Mike showed it there again, too.
Yeah.
In the chat, we got Jock Yo. He said, when has Captain Marvel book ever been good? I'll be honest, when she first became Captain Marvel, it was pretty darn good. I liked her in the Ultimates before Civil War II. Basically, everything since Civil War II has been garbage, in my opinion. But right now, I'm on a kick of picking up the old Captain Marvel, Silver Age stuff with Marvel and all the old Ms. Marvel
that
first
Captain
run.
Marvel stuff was good.
Yeah, I like the legacy of the character. I think that there are a lot of cool things that can be done with her. Just not a fan of what direction Marguerite Stoll is continuing to take with this character, and until it goes back to more, punching and kicking and shooting cosmic energy, then I'm going to be out.
Jackio made a point in the chat, said 90% of art germ covers are unreadable comics. That's why they put Art Germ on there, because they know we'll sell it. Or Adam Hughes is the same thing too.
True. Happy Rusev Day, everybody. Cat Red Figures just popped in the chat too.
Moving on to Paul. What's your first book for the evening?
Let's do my pick of the week, and that's Magic Order number 2. I expect this is going to be the pick of the week for me most times it comes out. Probably more than any other book this year. This book has really grabbed me. Great story, great art. It's just awesome all around. And any book that has a line, "Mommy, what's an abortion?"
Yeah. Mike, did you read that this week?
No, I had issues with my main LCS and had to go to my B store, and they don't get that shit in, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, Drew was showing all 3 covers there. Yeah, I ended up picking up all 3 covers as well. I guess there's probably a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive cover as well. But yeah, that is definitely my pick of the week. You know how the first issue had that holy crap moment with that kid climbing up and either killing his dad or his mom's boyfriend? I thought, man, this didn't really have that. But then I thought about it more and more. And when Cordelia was talking about how her first escape effort was escaping her own abortion, that was freaking out of this. I thought that was nuts and crazy. Yep. And I love that because it went back to show why she was getting arrested for being at that party, because she was explaining all those things. And like you said, that funny part where the kid's like, "Mommy, what's an abortion?" Dude,
don't worry, honey. The police will take care of everything.
Yeah, that book itself is knocking it out of the park for me, as far as I'm concerned. Drew, what about you for Magic Quarter?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is a stash all the way. I don't have anything negative to say about this issue. The first issue for me was kind of all over the place, and didn't really hit its stride. I think that this issue was really locked in and had a really nice pace to it. The way everything was unfolding made more sense to me in this. I like the way it's going. I said that I'm in for the long haul on this one. When the first one came out, I wasn't over the moon about it, but I think the story wise that this is really great. And I'm in. I dig it. It is not my pick of the week. I read a few comics that I liked a lot better than this, but I'm definitely digging it.
Mike, what's your first book?
Let's do Old Man Hawkeye #7. This has been awesome. All 7 issues. This one we get to take a look in the past and Hawkeye's last mission with the Avengers. They're actually teaming up with the Thunderbolts, and the Thunderbolts they're traitors, and a lot of people die, and it's fucking awesome. So Hawkeye's been a stash since issue 1. Keep it going.
Drew, what about you? Read that book this week?
Yeah, man. I can't agree more. The story that has been unfolding for Clint is probably one of the best Hawkeye stories that I've read in recent memory. And I'm a big fan of the art in this book as well. I think they nail the tone of the Old Man Logan universe, and yeah, I can't wait for more of this. Honestly, I don't know much about the creators on this book, but I'm going to start paying attention to them because this is good stuff.
Paul, did you read that one this week?
No, I haven't. I just didn't get to it.
I didn't pick that one up, but I'll go with my first book. I got a couple indies this week that I'm not sure if anybody else picked up. This is by Static Press. $5.99 priced, or Titan Comics, I guess. It's maybe that's an offshoot of Titan Comics. $5.99 price tag on this, so it was a pretty thick book. Kind of interesting, but it really didn't bring a whole lot new to the zombie trope, zombie stories. The main part is this is the husband and wife. They're fighting. They're like on the verge of divorce. They seem like they never get along. They're going to pick up their son, who's been staying at his grandparents' house, and the grandfather realizes his chalice is missing from this room he has locked, and the grandpa's freaking out, and they couldn't find out this chalice is cursed, and anybody who drinks from it turns into a zombie, and they end up attacking. The typical thing: guy loses his family. Trying to get out of there, everybody's dying. It doesn't bring a whole lot to the whole zombie story arc. They are kind of smart enough to where they're using guns toward the end of it. One zombie blows his own head off. What was that? Was it Dawn of the Dead? The one where they kind of start to use guns and use some smarts from that movie. Kind of brought a little of that in there. But other than that, the $5.99 price tag definitely wasn't worth it. I don't think I'll be picking up issue 2 on that bad boy. I think anybody else read that one at all?
No.
Okay. Now we're back to Drew.
All right, let's find something fun to talk about. Nobody else probably read this, but I'm absolutely loving it. And if anybody in the chat is looking for a series to be picking up, Shattered Grid from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Every time this comes out, either Go-Go or Mighty Morphin, I recommend it. Kyle Higgins is doing great things here. That was beautiful. Are you okay?
I am fine.
Yeah, so Power Rangers, stash it.
And if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a website for a Kickstarter that Drew's friend has started for him for new shoes for Drew or whatever it is. So they've already raised $60 last time I checked. I'm not kicking any money, but those are his nice Velcro shoes. Those are actually a picture of his shoes on the front end of this video. So are those slip-resistant restaurant shoes? Is that what those are?
They certainly are. Mama says they was my magic shoes. Mama said they take me anywhere.
Do they smell?
Yeah, they smell fucking awful.
Nice.
Okay, moving on. We've digressed from comics into smelly shoes. Paul, I know nobody else read Power Rangers this week, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Paul,
suck. Get on Power Rangers.
I never was a Power Rangers fan.
I'm buying all you guys the trade when it comes out.
The other three of us besides Drew, I think, are a little old for the Power Rangers generation.
I'm a little old for the Power Rangers too, but that book is awesome.
I'm going to intervene. I like the Power Rangers. I think I started getting that run and then, stopped for whatever reason. But I like Power Rangers. I'm excited for the new Funko line come up, the Unmasked Power Rangers. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will. Well, you will.
All right, so next book for me is X-Men Red #6.
We'll nap during that time, but
I'm really glad I picked this series up when it started because this book has been awesome. I've never been the hugest X-Men fan on the planet, but this series has been great. And of course, you add Honey Badger, she can make any book better. Until, of course, Marvel notices that she's popular, and then they'll Deadpool her into every book until we get sick of her. So fuck Marvel, but this is a stash.
No, I like that plan. I think Honey Badger needs to appear in every book.
So it's a stash, but fuck Marvel.
Mike, you read the X-Men this week?
Yeah, pretty good. Like Paul said, Honey Badger's in this, so that's a plus.
That whole thing with Cerebro was hysterical.
Oh, yeah, she went. That's yeah. This one, what's this character's name on the front? I can never remember his name.
Yeah.
But
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, it focuses mostly on him.
Gentle.
So opposite of Mike.
You would know.
Oh, wow.
Stash X-Men Red, buddy.
Stash the roughness.
Jacko says, I'm on board for Honey Badger in every book. Even DC books. Put her in there.
A Honey Badger Damian Wayne crossover would make me very, very happy. Honey Badger meets the Super Sons. Yes, take my money now.
You'd be like, excuse me, I'll be in my bunk.
Remember back in the 90s when DC and Marvel crossed over and they had access and all that? That's what's going to happen again.
Let's hope.
But it'll be gentle, right?
It might be. It might not be. X-Men Red. Stash it. This is the best X-Men book right now.
Surprise butt sex.
Surprise! It's butt sex.
Moving on. Gone from smelly shoes to butt sex now.
Only on Blast to Stash It.
Only do you get this wide variety of content.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Mike, your next book.
A big shout out to Bruce Ace. He popped in here and sending Bruce a package. Bruce, I'm sending that package out Tuesday. So just FYI.
Oh, where's my package?
Are you excited about Grandpa's package?
He is excited about Grandpa's package.
I haven't got Grandpa's package yet.
You will be getting with us. I included something else in your package.
Oh my goodness! Is it Mike's honey? Mike's hot honey?
It is not. It is not my hot honey, but never mind.
Should I do a live unboxing?
You can.
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
Should he? He can, but should he?
Let's do my pick of the week. You guys probably figured this out yet already. That's Injustice versus Masters of the Universe.
Really?
What?
No, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't even see that came out this week.
I didn't even know it was coming out this week. But I didn't read a lot of books, and I love Masters of the Universe. I love the Injustice universe, so this was right up my alley. So from the opening here, we get a big battle with He-Man and his army, and Faker and his. This book actually references a lot of previous Masters of the Universe stories, where Faker was actually impersonating Prince Adam and He-Man, and he was running Eternia. He actually did good things for the people, and they want him back on the throne. And they want He-Man gone, so he's all butthurt. And Swamp Thing actually kidnaps Prince Adam and brings him to Batman and his crew from the Injustice games of books. Explains to He-Man about the events of Injustice, how Superman is using Brainiac's tech to further his reign. Get a little Skeletor appearance, what's been going on with him. And if you're familiar with the Masters of the Universe character Zodiac, who's like the keeper of time and the galaxy, whatever, Darkseid actually attacks him at the end. So it was pretty fucking epic to me. So that's my pick of the week: Injustice versus Masters of the Universe. Is it? Yeah, it's versus Masters of the Universe. I do have a very.
Is that why He-Man looks so sad on the cover? Is he butthurt?
He's butthurt, man. Nobody wants him around anymore.
Why does he look so sad? Maybe because he's so sad on the cover.
They want Faker running the shit, man. I don't know.
That's sad. Sad He-Man.
Sad He-Man.
Depressed He-Man. I was on the fence about this. I still am. It didn't catch much different to me than the Thundercats versus Massive Universe. I just felt like the same kind of vibe. Of course, probably the same writer and same artist behind it too. I mean, it was okay. That very last page is what kind of got me, I think, hooked to maybe read issue 2. Now, would I really seek this out and pay cover price? Probably not. I'd probably wait till it was a $1 bin if I could, and probably pick it up there. But other than that, it's a blast for me.
So, Comics Misexplained. Who is the Batman that's with Superman? Is that Grayson? And he's talking about. Where the fuck is that? Right there.
Chad says Grayson's dead.
Yeah, and this is the Injustice universe, so I'm not sure what's going on. I never read the books, just played the games. So,
got Jeremy in here.
What's up, Trinity?
Drew, did you read? You said you didn't even see it.
No, I didn't.
How about you, Paul? You read that one this week?
No, I didn't pick that one up.
Okay, so now we're moving back to. Oh, it's my turn. What am I thinking? What a host I am! What a marvelous host I am! Marvelous. Amigo Comics, Nancy and Hell, The Long Road. So this book itself, I guess, is kind of like Vampirella, where it constantly comes out as like a 4-issue miniseries and goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. It was produced or published by Image prior, I guess. And I was actually looking it up. There was a TV show, but I couldn't find any kind of trailer from it at all. It's an okay book. I don't think it's great. She's killed. She goes to hell. She's cutting people up with a chainsaw. That's just basically it. A Trump-looking dude. She's murdering because he has a nice little rock axe. He's getting her to pound her. Well, that side is wrong. Hit her with a rock. But I don't think it's a book that's I'm gonna be picking up anymore. So I don't know if you're a fan of Nancy and Hell or not, but it's a blast for me this week. Now we're moving on to Drew, because I don't think anybody else read Nancy and Hell.
No, I didn't read Nancy and Hell, but since you guys are all talking about your picks of the week, I'm going to talk about my pick of the week. Stash of the week is Justice League number 4. This wonderful Wonder Woman cover here. I absolutely love what Scott Snyder is doing with the Legion of Doom. Some great Joker stuff. Luthor is being awesome again. This book is expertly drawn by Jorge Jimenez. He should be the only artist drawing the DC universe. I loved his work on Superman with Tomasi. Loved his work on Super Sons. Jimenez, his art with this story together is just epic in so many ways. The different spectrum being explored by Sinestro is pretty cool as well. Some of the only Green Lantern style stuff I've really ever been into. This is good stuff, man. I'm absolutely loving it. No other book has given me this much adventure and this much fun at the same time this week. Definitely my stash of the week. Justice League #4.
That's one of that one in Avengers I have not been picking up just because so much stuff on my pull list right now, and I think I'm regretting that right now. From what I'm hearing from both those titles, they're actually pretty good, and I think I need to step back and go grab those when I can. Maybe I'll read Justice League this week.
I did not.
You're no, Mike?
No, I didn't read that. You played yourself, Dave.
How did I play myself?
You didn't get Justice League.
Oh, is that what it is?
Apparently.
I thought he said you played with yourself.
I was saying,
he probably did that too.
I'm saying, does he have a camera? Is he peeking? What's going on? I don't know. Mike shaking his head. I got Mike shaking his head.
He doesn't want those Herbie Winky pics.
Oh, why not? It's the love bug. That's what I call it.
Really? That's interesting.
What's Mighty LJ call it?
I was just going to say,
let's not go there any further. Let's move along to Paul. What's your next book this week?
Next book for me was Batman 51. And man, talk about totally ignoring the last few months. It just moves right along from that whole storyline, and it doesn't even exist anymore. That being said, this is a really interesting story. What happens when a guy is on the jury for the trial of someone he apprehended as a hero? Good stuff, especially with how it ended. I like the whole idea. I've never really... I can't think anybody's ever done anything like this before in a story, so it's cool.
Mike, you read Batman this week?
Yeah, I didn't care for it, only because, like Paul said, it ignored everything that's been happening, and so I'm going to pass on this one. This is a blast. Blast, man. Fuck.
It was okay. I did like what you said, Paul, how that kind of transition. It's a different kind of story, not one we've seen before, to where it gets clips back and forth of Bruce Wayne kind of getting interviewed for a juror on the panel, to him beating the crap out of Mr. Freeze until he finally admits something. And it just keeps going back and forth. I mean, maybe it's just because he's on the brink because Catwoman left him. I don't know. Definitely kind of a cool twist to it, and I definitely want to see how that's going to turn out. What about you, Drew? You read Batman.
Batman #51. This is a blast. Might be my turd of the week. I did not like this. And let's talk first about the art by Lee Weeks, which that's exactly how the art is. It's weak. It's just this book is there's nothing remarkable about the way it looks. It's run of the mill. It's pedestrian. All right. Did they not acknowledge the wedding fiasco? Yeah, they did. That's why he beat the shit out of Freeze. Freeze didn't do it. That's why he beat the shit out of Freeze. That's why he's saying, well, I don't know if Freeze did it, because he knows Freeze didn't do it. He knows that he snapped, and the reason he snapped is because he got left at the altar with his dick in his hand, and that's why he's frustrated with the whole situation. I just don't care. If this is how Batman is going to adjust to the situation, I don't care. It's just, call me when this is over. I'm gonna keep picking it up. Let me know when it's good again.
Drew wants the issue where he starts drinking bottles of gin and hookers and blow and.
Yeah, I do. Like, if he's going to be upset about it, make him upset about it. Don't make him be like, well, I know I beat up Mr. Freeze because I was being a dick. Like, that's basically what this issue is. And I didn't care for it. It raises a lot of good questions as far as, legally, what is a confession from Batman worth, But beyond that, this is just, it's not what I want when I pick up a Batman comic.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you on the art, too. I didn't like the art very much. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Drew.
No, that's it. I don't think anybody needs
what the fuck?
My opinion on the book.
Somebody's doing karate over at Paul's house.
Watch out for the shattered grid. You got Power Rangers behind you.
I'm going to watch out for a chancla. That's what I'm going to watch out for.
You should always be on the lookout.
Pocan Joe said Batman should deal like all men do. Drink, strip club, fights in parking lots, etc., not jury duty.
Agreed.
Okay, Mike, what's your next book for the week?
The Immortal Hulk, number 3. I love the first 2 issues. This issue, not so much. Only the simple fact is the art kept changing. I don't know if there was a reason behind it, but yeah, I did not care for it. I'm gonna give it a few more issues, but yeah. So blast this one. Blast the Immortal Hulk.
Anybody else read the Immortal Hulk this week?
Oh, I read the Immortal Hulk this week, Dave.
Okay, please, Drew. Enlighten us.
I agree with Mike pretty much to a T. The art kept changing because you kept getting different characters' perspectives on different stories.
Yeah.
But it was hard to follow because of that, and none of the art stood out as anything spectacular. I think it was a chance for them to give different people like a tryout, maybe.
Let's not do that.
It's a pretty cool story, but it was just no, thank you. Just a really ugly book, and with a cover this awesome, I just expected. I saw this in the solicitor. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to read that. It's no, I didn't want to read it at all, which was disappointing because issues 1 and 2 were so good. But I think Ewing still told a decent story in this, but it was just too ugly to wrap my eyes around.
Okay, so I'm up. Probably my last 2 books I don't think anybody else read either. First book is Euthanauts. This is IDW.
I wanted that.
Black Crown number 1.
Well, you can't have it.
You too can have this for $3.99 on eBay. I don't know what is going on eBay, but it was a weird book. It's Howard and Robles. That's the writer and the artist. So this main character here, she is infatuated with death. She actually, I think she works as a mortician, if I remember correctly. She goes to dinner with their friends, and she stared at this old lady that's maybe not that old. She looks like a cancer patient eating, and she's like, "Why is this lady on her deathbed going out and eating?" She has this fascination with her. She ends up going to the bathroom. This lady ends up following her in, and they're talking for a little bit, and the cancer patient lady realizes that she was kind of watching. And they start to strike up this dialogue. They think they have this connection, and the lady just whacks her in the back of the head with her oxygen tank and kills her. And then she ended up going to this explanation that she's not dead. She's the tether to between death and life. And it's just weird how it's rolling down. Definitely a funky book. I don't think I'd pick up issue 2.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Wrong time, Mike. You're fired. He threw me off. But I don't think I'd pick up issue 2 on that one. It's kind of a weird, cool-looking cover. They do kind of manifest their own uniforms or helmets they're wearing. But I don't know. It's a blast for me. I guess we're now going back to Drew.
Yes, let's come back to me. And I talked about Justice League. Let's look at the other side of the coin. Talk about Avengers, number 5. I'm loving this story. We got the final host. These celestial badasses are coming, and then Loki's got them, and he's telling the story about the one that died, and the one that came looking for it, and the one that's left, and the celestial plague, and all this nonsense. And Jason Aaron's weaving a great tale. The art is not nearly as good as the art in Justice League, which makes it have the edge this week. But this was very close to being my pick of the week. Loving this story they're telling here. Loving the interaction between Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and Captain America. That was pretty cool. Just great stuff all around. I'm digging it, and I'm going to be stashing it.
Anybody else read Avengers this week?
Nope.
It's like you had something in your mouth there, Mike. Did you say no?
I said no. No, sir.
Okay. So I guess, Paul, do you have any more this week?
Paul's on mute.
Did we lose Paul?
He's on mute.
I have one more. Gideon Falls, number 5. I missed a few issues, so I was kind of behind on the story, and it's still a damn good read. I had no idea what was happening at the beginning, but after a few pages, I didn't care because it's fucking awesome. This is just good stuff. I need to read the ones that I missed, but I am definitely going to keep picking this up.
I can't believe that's on issue 5 already.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got them somewhere in my pile, but I just...
Anybody else read Gideon Falls this week?
Yeah, man, my cover of the week is this Scotty Young variant. It's very Tim Burton-esque Gideon Falls here. This story took forever to come together in issue number 4, but issue number 5 is just more awesomeness. Absolutely love this. Really, really great way that they're tying everything together that seemed so far apart in issue number 1. But yeah, I dig it. This is a stash.
Mike, how about you? You read Gideon Falls?
No, I did not.
Okay. But you are up. What's your next book?
The last book I have is Infinity Countdown, number 5. Pretty good stuff. I mean, the story's kind of dragging. Get Thanos at the end. Looking forward to him. It is what it is. Semi-stash. We'll semi-stash that one.
Anybody else read Infinity Prime?
Yeah, I mean, it put you to sleep apparently, but I'm
sorry.
I'm a fan of this. I like Duggan as a writer. I loved his run on Deadpool. I think what he does with these characters here is pretty cool. The stuff with the Guardians. I think that if you guys read previews at all, or was it pre-Marvel preview that came out, there's a little bit of a piece of Infinity Wars number 1 in there, where they gather all the Stoneholders, and that's some cool stuff there. I'm excited for this. Really cool event. Looks like it's going to be going down in a big way over the rest of the summer. Hopefully wrap up by Christmas, not like the usual Marvel events that are trail on to Valentine's Day. So excited to see where this goes, but a little trepidatious about another universal event from Marvel. But yeah, liked it. Stash it.
Trinity S is at Cyborg and on that cover, and that is actually Ultron, or as Comic Smiths explained, said Pimtron. So
yeah, Pimtron. Hankytron.
Hankytron. That sounds like Mike's website. Mike'sHankytron.com.
Oh my.
Oh my. Let's see here. What am I doing? What button do I need to push now? This button right here. Oh, push it real good. My last book. Actually, I was like, dude, there's not a whole lot I read this week. And as I was getting ready to walk out, and I thought, oh, you know what? I actually enjoyed the first issue. I'll pick up second issue. This way I have another book to read this week, and that's Weatherman number 2. This was actually pretty good. Dude, you pick it up? I see you shaking your head.
I did pick it up.
I'm surprised you picked it up because of the, I'll go ahead and spoil it now. The dog got killed last issue, and they're kind of using it as a torture device this issue.
Yeah, based on your recommendation when issue 1 came out, I did go back and pick it up. He tore my heart apart. And this was even worse, but this book is freaking beautiful and has a lot of really cool sci-fi storytelling going on, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, the whole premise is that the reason they captured this Nathan, the weatherman, they think that there was this secret agent or this killer that had all these secrets, and he actually implanted his memory inside of Nathan, but erased and scrubbed out those sensitive items. And so they're thinking, they're just literally beating the crap out of him. But he's pretty funny. He's still keeping his sense of humor, about the whole thing. And the midget gets blown up at the end. I'll spoil that. But definitely a good book. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Great stuff. Weatherman number 2. Definitely, if you like the first one, pick up the second one. It's a stash all day for me. Anyone else read Weatherman besides Drew? No.
I told you I'm done.
You're done. Mike's done, right?
I'm done.
Yep.
Look at you all sassy.
Drew, it looks like you're the only one that has some books left. Why don't you go give us a rundown of what you got?
All right, let's run down the good first. Skyward number 4. This is going to be a movie or a TV show or something. Go out and pick these up. It's only on number 4. Number 1's still pretty easy to find out there, but jumping up in value a little bit. This is a cool story about a world with no gravity. What? There's no gravity? What do? They float around. Why do they do that? Pick it up and find out. Weapon H, number 5. Weapon H.
Damn it, I missed
Why
that
did you not pick this book up? This is fantastic. This is the best Wolverine and the best Hulk book on shelves right now. The art is a little bit up and down from time to time, but this issue was really great. Roxxon is basically getting him to fight monsters for them now. Now they're hunting him down. Now he's going to fight monsters for Roxxon. Why? Because it's awesome. That's why. He's giant. He's got weird bone protrusions. He's got Wolverine claws. Why aren't you reading this book? You should be. This is a stash. Thor. Everybody else hates it. I'm loving it. Jason Aaron's telling a great story. I love this Del Mundo art. I can see why people don't dig it, but this is amazing for me. Loving this. Stashing it. Tony Stark Iron Man number 2. This focuses in on Rhodey and what's it's like for him to be back from the dead. And it was kind of weird and personal at the beginning and kind of opened up into something more action-packed at the end. Loving the art, like Dan Slott storytelling. Enjoying this book overall.
That's right. Rhodey died in the last Civil War, right?
Civil War 2, yes.
Yeah.
He's back.
And Bendis killed him, and then Bendis brought him back before he went to fucking kill Superman's continuity. Deathstroke number 33. I had to pick up this cover here, the Damian Deathstroke cover. I read through this and really enjoyed it. I haven't been reading the overall story arc, but I think I might pick it up. Priest Deathstroke for me is something that's always read better in trade, but this issue right here for this cover alone is a stash.
Hey, real quick, it says Comic Miss Explained said Thor was good. Last page reveal was great too. What do you think of that last page reveal?
I really enjoyed it. I did. I think that there are good things coming. I think that Jason Aaron is telling one big story with Thor. It's been going since God of Thunder. It went all the way through the Lady Thor nonsense stuff. If you weren't into that, whatever, be it misogynists, pick up a good book every once in a while. But
what an argument. You like it, you're a misogynist.
No, that book is one of my favorite titles of the last couple of years, and it's just continued greatness in my opinion. Spider-Gwen number 34. This was a pretty great ending point for Spider-Gwen. I think it's overall over now, but we're gonna get Ghost Spider or whatever the fuck they're calling her when she comes to our continuity. Who knows?
Ghost Pepper.
Yes, Ghost Pepper. She's a mighty spicy spider.
Yeah, is that a Buffalo Wild Wings thing? Ghost Peppers?
I forgot out west the only place you can get wings is at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, don't be knocking us.
That's true, though, isn't it? Like around here, every spot in the world in this area, you get wings, no problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really seek out wings, so
you should. Let's get back to we went through the good. Let's
out there. They
go to
the bad. Cannabis on them.
That sounds.
It's probably a cannabis rub.
That sounds delightful. I'm saying I'm on board. X-Men Gold number 32. Come on, guys, what are you doing? This is bad stuff. This is not good. They wrapped up this. They were doing something interesting with Rachel's mind being trapped in an alternate, like, Age of Apocalypse reality. There was some cool design stuff going on there, but basically it was very hollow. Mesmero was dealt with immediately by her going, "Oh yeah, you're in my head, get out." And then that was it, and it was really dumb. This is stupid. The art is not good. Fuck this. Blasting it.
The best place for Chicky Chicky Parm Parm is my house. I had to answer Comic Mix Explains.
It's true. It is. But if you want good chicky butt babies, do not go to Denny's. They're terrible there. This right here is Cable 159. This goes into his childhood in the future with Red and Slim, and they're running from. It's dumb. Don't read it. And we did the good, we did the bad. Now the ugly. Claws of a Killer. This story sucks. This art is terrible. It is this Hunt for Wolverine set of 4 titles. The one with Iron Man and Spider-Man is pretty good. The rest of it is just straight garbage. At least Mystery and Madripoor, you get some hot ladies. This is just fucking terrible. All right. Who wants to see Lady Deathstrike and Deken in a zombie book? Oh, wait, nobody? Okay, me too. I don't want to see that either. That was terrible. 2 books I didn't read, but did pick up. Spider-Man versus Deadpool. Always have fun with that when I'm on the crapper, so that's good. And I picked up Archie Meets Batman 66, and I was really disappointed when I brought my books downstairs for the show, and I realized this was the bottom of my stack, and I didn't read it yet. I'm very upset with myself for not getting to this, but I will, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it.
That's it? Done.
We're done.
Okay, now we'll go ahead and move to Mike, and now Mike can do his little thing. Lay your thing down, Mike.
Oh, don't talk dirty to me, big boy. Shut your fucking mouth. I think I just woke my wife up with that. No, I'm kidding.
Probably.
Hey, Funkos. I know we just got through the SDC CCCKYF madness that was shared exclusives. I hope everybody got what they were looking for. I myself didn't get my Stinkor Pop. I had to resort to eBay for it, and it should be here Tuesday. I paid a little more for it. But Cat Ren was looking for the Red Hood. She got her Red Hood, but we'll get to that in a bit. Coraline Pops are coming out. They're on their way. Universal Monsters Invisible Man, Walgreens exclusive.
Empty box. Is it an empty box?
No, the common, it's him wrapped in bandages, but the chase, it's going to be kind of a clear pop see-through. I really want that one. New Oogie Boogie Pop from Nightmare Before Christmas, where all his cloth is ripped off and it's just dirt and worms. Pretty cool looking. For those of you who care, Mike, I saw Toy Tokyo is restocking if you need Ram Man still. I heard that too. I need Ram Man. I need my Ram Man. Fortnite Pops are coming if anybody cares.
No.
Nope. We're grown-ass men. We don't care about no Fortnites.
Walking Dead, Ezekiel's tiger Shiva. They made a pop for her. It was only available through the Walking Dead supply drop, which is another subscription box. They unveiled it at SDCC. You actually had to buy the figure plus a subscription. I don't know how we're going to get these. I heard it was available on the supply drop website, and it sold out immediately. So if anybody gets their hands on the extra Shiva pop, I will gladly pay for it. I know Trinity loves this one. The Hush Batman GameStop exclusive. You could pre-order it now. Now, I saw a picture of it. Does it actually say Jim Lee on the base of the pop? Jeremy, if you could answer that for me. If that's so, it's pretty cool. Kingdom Hearts 3 game's coming out soon, and 2 pops are revealed for that. Sora and the Soldier Heartless for an October release. Also, the new Spider-Man game is coming out. Getting some pops from that. Gamerverse pops. Spider-Man, Mr. Negative. Miles Morales, who just looks like a normal black guy. They should have just, I don't know. I guess that's how he is in the game. But the one that I really want most in this is...
Can't wait for normal black guy mode.
Normal black guy Miles.
You racist bastard.
That wasn't racist. I just go look at the pop. It's just... If they didn't say Miles Morales on the box, you'd be like, who the fuck is this? Trinity said already pre-ordered it. It's Eddie Murphy. And yes, it's part of the Jim Lee collection. So hopefully they expand on the Jim Lee collection. Maybe a Todd McFarlane collection. Anyway.
How about a Jim Lee Marvel collection? Because a Jim Lee X-Men would be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool. And part of that Spider-Man gaming verse is Mary Jane. And I really want that one. She's actually holding a Spider-Man doll. The Nintendo rumors were going around, and it was confirmed that is just a rumor. And that's coming from Nintendo CEO. The Pikachu Pop and the Pokemon Pops are still coming because that's separate from Nintendo. If you're a fan of Wynonna Earp, I watched the first season. It was pretty decent. Pops are on the way for that. He will Catron, I bet, because of the Hush. We just had Funko Fun Days, and glams of a bunch of series were revealed. The Married with Children Pops. We're going to get a whole bunch of those, like Al and his Polk High football gear. The Brady
hand down his pants.
No, not that. Jockio says all pops look the same to me. Is that wrong?
Yeah, man, you're a bigot. I mean, there's only one way to slice it.
Austin Powers, Zoolander, Aladdin, more Fallout pops are coming. We're good. We got a lot of pops coming. More ad icons. The Buzz Bee from Honey Nut Cheerios, Pillsbury Doughboy, all kinds of shit. What does he do?
Yeah.
Something says loving like something from the oven.
Yeah, so on that Walking Dead supply drop, it's a quarterly subscription. It's $50 every box. So, okay. I didn't know that, so I looked that up.
So to get that at SDCC, to get that Shiva pop, you had to pay for that subscription plus whatever they were charging for that pop. So, wow. I don't know.
Hey, don't worry. I've got 8 cases of Tony the Tiger Pops coming, and I'm making Shiva knockoffs. So if you need one, hit up your boy.
So
he's selling nerd money for new shoes.
Those of you who've been watching my channel, watching Facebook, know I got a shit ton of pops this week. TJ Watson is in the house. He said, howdy, everyone. I got over 20 pops this week. A lot of SDCC exclusives. You grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your pizza, whatever you're eating. I'm going to run through these fairly quickly.
Hey, where's my dinner? There, is that better?
You got Chicky Parm coming?
No,
Chicky Parm.
No, Chicky Parm.
Now, these aren't in any order. I don't know where I got half of these unless they're an exclusive. But first off, I got the American Nightmare Cody. I don't know why they don't put Cody Rhodes on here. Probably some legal shit.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is owned by the WWE.
I gotcha. So I figured that was it. So I grabbed him from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I got Kenny Omega as well.
That's amazing.
Grab these real quick because, yeah. What are they? The Young Bucks 2-pack? I see those all 800 Funko Pops, Catrin said. Yes. I see the Young Bucks 2-pack all over the place, so I'll get that eventually, probably when they reduced it. I got Wizard Deadpool from Barnes & Noble. I didn't plan on picking all this up.
He's a wizard already.
I find myself gravitating towards them. From Ant-Man and the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, right there.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Ant-Man vs. Wasp, from Saturday Night Live,
both of their mother's name is Martha.
Martha. Why did you say that name?
David S. Pumpkins, the Adam Sandler character. He's got his pumpkin pajamas on.
It's not Adam Sandler, bro.
It's not
Hanks. It's Tom Hanks.
It is Tom Hanks. It is. Boy, I just fucked up.
I now want to see Adam Sandler in Forrest Gump.
Deadpool. Keep this going. Flashpoint Wonder Woman in her battle armor, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Grab that one. Let's see, who's this? Kurt Angle from WWE.
I had to get it. My segment's really long.
You know my segment's long. I want Chris Jericho pop. From Ant-Man vs. Wasp, Ghost. Another Deadpool, and this is a bedtime Deadpool. Right there. Is she actually wearing Mara's crown? Is that what that is? I don't know. I never read Flashpoint.
Yeah, she kills Mara.
Oh, does she?
She
bitch.
marries Aquaman's or something. I don't fucking know.
From Barnes and Noble, this is King Aragon. This used
it's Aquaman.
It is Aquaman. This was originally going to be a Toys R Us exclusive, but they moved it since Toys R Us went bye-bye. They moved it to Barnes and Noble. Chicago Cubs fans, I got Anthony Rizzo right there. And Chris Bryant, big Cubs fan. Some of you know that. Here we go with some SDC stuff. SDCC, original Ant-Man.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I like that one.
Weird Al Yankovic, FYE exclusive.
Oh, you bastard.
What?
I'm a Weird Al fan.
Are you
well,
really?
You can buy one too.
They're not rare by any means. I've seen them all over. From Smallville, the Superman or the Clark Kent with the S painted on his chest. Grab that one. That's the line if you're unfamiliar. The only one I would really pick up other than this one would probably be the Green Arrow. But let's see, moving right along. SDCC, Glow in the Dark, Moaning Myrtle.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I would say Mike has an STD pop.
STD pop?
Mm-hmm.
That's his other channel. On this channel, he's Spider Grandpa. On the other channel, he's STD Pops.
Dustin from the Snowball Dance from Stranger Things.
That's badass.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched Stranger Things Season 2. What else here? Triple H, the Skull King. I want the chase of this where he's actually got the skull helmet on. From the new Gremlins line, the flashing gremlin, showing off his lack of junk right there.
That's a real judgmental. He's got what he's got. He's working it.
He is working. Want to get that Greta, that transvestite Greta. Oh man, we're not
I'm gonna take an audio grab of that and put it on a loop.
Deadpool on his scooter.
Into the Vespa.
From STD, Cad Bane from Star Wars. I think it's Clone Wars or Rebels or one of the two. Grab that one. From SDCC, the Mark I Iron Man armor.
That one's cool.
Vince McMahon from the WWE line.
What's the chase of that where he does the stink face on people?
The old school pink jacket. It's really badass.
Rikishi?
No, where McMahon used to drop his drawers and stick someone's face in his ass.
Well, didn't Rikishi start that and he kind of copied it from Rikishi?
Pretty much.
SDCC Red Hood. I know Cat Ren really wanted this.
I was just going to say Cat Ren's going to be like, I want it. I want it.
Yeah, she got it, so it's pretty awesome. And the last three I got were all GameStop exclusives, and it's Conan O'Brien in his normal suit, in his exposed C on his chest, and the full Conan, Super Conan pose. I don't know why I got these. I saw them. Mighty LJ said dinner's ready. Or dinner. What are you eating?
Chicky parm. Porky parm.
Purple potatoes. Is it, so that means they were patchouli potatoes? But
they're not really purple. There's just so much acid in the water out in the
They got the heirloom horticulture, so they got to eat all those tiny purple vegetables for some reason.
We grew them with hydroponics, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's officially 800 Funko Pops. I got one more coming on Tuesday. That's Stinkor. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys were able to pick up anything.
They should come. They should come out with like
is that better?
scratch and sniff Funkos for Stinkor.
It is scented. It is scented. So. And those of you who remember when Stinkor first came out with the original Masters of the Universe line, he was a scented action figure.
They're Mighty LJ.
Yeah. Dave's like trying to stumble around words and like the potatoes. I think they were purple, and she gives us the full, gourmet style recipe.
Well, whatever. How long was I muted for? That's what I want to know. But whatever. You done, Mike? You done with your Funko run?
Yeah, my 20-something Funkos.
I've only got one this week. And that's the regular Weird Al with his accordion. So that's all my Funko got this week. What about you, Drew? You get anything? I know you were on vacay for a little bit there.
I did not pick up any plastic this week, but I was very, very happy to see some great news coming out of SDCC about not Funkos, but Marvel Legends, which are my main plastic I collect. Some really great stuff coming out, including a Professor X with his Jim Lee era golden wheelchair hover thing. That's going to be awesome. There's going to be the alongside the motorcycle pairings. There's going to be a Deadpool on a scooter with Dogpool, which I think is going to be worth picking up as well. Some great new MCU figures, including the M'Baku from Black Panther, which is something I'm going to need to pick up, and also the Killmonger with the African mask. So some cool stuff coming out of action figures at SDCC that looks awesome. Also, the DC Multiverse figures, they've got a lot of new releases showing up, including a great Starfire and a pretty cool looking Lobo as well. I've been down on those figures. They just look a little too plasticky for me, but every wave they get a little bit better. So hopefully we'll be getting some really great things out of them as well.
Paul, anything new for you this week, or are you still reeling from Toys R Us?
Still reeling from the Toys R Us, Paul.
Yeah, okay. So let's shut that segment. I have a tuber in my mouth.
What?
I bet you do. I bet you do.
You have
Mouthful of tubers.
Tuber, potato. I think that shuts it up there, Mike.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, so talk about San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of freaking news out of there. Of course, we've been inundated with movie trailers, new seasons of TV shows, new movies coming out, other great news and stuff like that. So why don't we jump right into it? Let's make Jeremy happy. Let's start with Shazam. Finally got a trailer released this weekend. And Mike, you really wanted to start with your review of the Shazam trailer. Why don't you give us your 2 cents?
So me and my wife are sitting there. We watched the Aquaman one first, and then we watched the Captain or Shazam. And my wife turns to me and says, "You don't want to see that, do you? It looks fucking horrible." And I agree. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but the shit looks horrible. The one-liners were stupid. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Drew, how about you? What'd you take on Shazam first look?
My take on Shazam is probably going to shock a lot of people. This is the surprise winner of Comic-Con for me. I think that Shazam, looking at this trailer, is the best chance DC has of putting out a movie on par with the MCU. It looks like it's fun. It looks like it's family friendly. Looks like the action's going to be better than we're getting from these other CGI fests, just because it's going to be more grounded. I think take a look at Shazam in the same way the MCU did Ant-Man and make it something that's a little bit more character driven, and I think it's going to be great. I think this looks really good to me, and I'm excited for it. I don't give a shit about Shazam or Captain Marvel at all. So, hey, this is something that might get me into that character. I think that the suit looks a whole lot better than anything we've seen in the still pictures. Anything that we've seen released from backstage stuff, I think they've done a lot of doctoring to that suit, and I think it looks pretty darn good. I think that he, what's his name, Zachary Levi, does a great job of convincing you that he is a child in that trailer, and that's the way Billy Batson should be when he first starts being Shazam. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong because I don't know as much about this character as some other people, but I think it looked pretty darn good. I'm on board for it. It will be the best DCEU or whatever the hell they're calling it now movie that they release before they reboot the whole damn thing. Mark my words. It will be the Guardians of the Galaxy of DC.
Paul, what about you? What do you think of Shazam?
I didn't like it. Is it family friendly? Yes. Is it something I want to go see? No. I mean, I've never been a big Shazam fan. I liked Captain Marvel when he was Captain Marvel. I haven't liked since DC took it over. And I mean, yeah, it could be a good movie, a good family friendly movie. It's just not what I want to go see.
I'm really on the fence with it. I think they're really trying to be like Marvel, really trying to get that lighthearted tone to it, like Drew, you were saying, like, sorry, Ant-Man and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to go see it in the theater. Is it something I'm super excited about? No, not really, but it does look funny. It does look good. The character playing Shazam or Captain Marvel is kind of on the fence for me too. I don't really care for him as an actor very much, but I want to give him a shot and definitely go check it out. And I do agree with you, Drew, on the other part too, is that he is a kid with all of a sudden he's an adult with these superpowers. And what kid at 14, 15 years old wouldn't act that way? You know, and trying to figure out.
Me. I was trying to get with the ladies at that age.
Well, so is he there at the end of that trailer where he's like, "Hey,
yeah, I guguess you're right. Yeah,
I'm a superhero." You know, when they're trying to, or stop that convenience store robbery.
I thought some of the one-liners really did land too. I thought that the humor was pretty much pitch perfect for a PG-13 family movie. For if you took your kids to see The Incredibles and they're like, I like superheroes, you can take them to see this movie and they will be into it. I think that that's something that's going to really turn a lot of heads and open a lot of eyes to the genre that haven't been really put there before. I think that this is going to perform very well at the box office. I think that's it looks like fun for the whole family. And I think that, like I said, I'm not the biggest Shazam fan. I kind of think he's a lame concept overall. But I think that this is going to sell. It's going to do really well.
So I wonder what it's going to do when Rock comes in with Black Adam. I know he's not supposed to be in his first one. I watched some other review earlier saying that if The Rock were in this one, it would really overshadow this Billy Batson Shazam origin story. They really need to wait and put The Rock in there. Now, is The Rock going to change the total tone of the movie, or is it still going to be this fun, lighthearted thing if Black Adam comes saying Shazam #2?
God, I'd be so surprised if that movie ever gets made. I'd be so surprised.
What were you saying, Paul or Mike? Are saying something there?
I said, "Fuck The Rock. I can't stand him."
Yeah, he was in talks to play Black Adam before this Shazam script was even thought of. So, and that hasn't happened yet. He doesn't need Black Adam, and they don't need him to be Black Adam. So it's not going to happen until his career either slows down a little bit or they put, a bunch of money on the table for him to turn down other projects. I just think that they're going to see what a success this movie is, and I think that we're going to get more Shazam, and if we get a Dwayne Johnson Black Adam, it'll probably be something hokey and terrible.
Real quick to answer Trinity's, I'm not saying that it's family friendly trying to back Marvel. What I'm saying is the DCEU has been such a dark path and hasn't really had that humor like some of the Marvel titles have, where I think that's where they're trying to get to. We're trying to have more of that lighthearted, that humor kind of tone to it. So that's what I was saying, that they were trying to be like a little bit like Marvel. Great Legends in here chatting it up. The next movie on the list is Aquaman. What about you, Paul? What do you think of first take on Aquaman?
I've been wanting to see this since they announced it. I mean, I think it looks really good. Drew will probably disagree because he's Drew. But I've been ready for this all along, and it looks like it's going to have a lot of good action in it, and it's going to have Game of Thrones boy in it. So I mean, I'm ready.
What about you, Mike?
So I started this trailer, and the first thing I thought of, I hope they show Black Manta, which is one of my favorite villains in DC, which they did. I cried a little bit.
He looked good, I thought.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
He did look really good.
I am not a fan of this Aquaman. Jason Momoa, I guess his name is. I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't remember. I had a brain fart.
Yeah, but I'm sold. You got fucking goddamn sharks in battle armor and fucking all kinds of I'm sold. I want to see this really bad.
Again, it's another movie I'm kind of on the fence about. I didn't like Aquaman in Justice League at all. He was one of the worst characters, far I thought, and I wasn't really looking forward going into this one either. Really CGI heavy. Of course, it has to be with some of the stuff that they're doing in there. I'm just again, it's a superhero movie. I'll see it in the theater, and I'll probably buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. But I don't think I'm gonna like it very much.
One thing I was worried about, remember in Justice League when him and Mira were talking, they were in like this bubble.
The speech bubble.
The speech bubble or what. I was hoping that when going into this movie that didn't happen, and it looks like it's not there. So that's a good thing.
And finally moving on to Drew, Aquaman.
Yeah, I'll question you right there, Mike. Is that a good thing? Because it looked extremely cheesy when they did that in Justice League, but it also looks extremely fucking cheesy when they're talking underwater too. I don't know what it is about the CG in this movie. It just, in some parts, it looks so freaking good in this trailer. When you see that giant megalodon shark swoop down and fight the crayfish thing, it's like, yes, this is what I want. When you see the ship coming over and it's being pushed onto the land in the tidal wave, yes, that's what I want. And then you see them just kind of like talking to each other underwater, and you're like, oh man, this looks like absolute dog shit. Maybe it's something that they're going to introduce in a way that gets me hyped for it. I will say that based on this trailer, the story is definitely something that's got me hyped. I really want to see this movie. I want to have fun with it. I just think production-wise, they made a couple of decisions that I probably wouldn't have gone with. And that's fine. I'll see it and I'll see how it is. The one real negative that I have to take away from it is Mira, Amber Heard. Man, she's gorgeous. Don't let her talk in things. Just don't let her talk in things. And why are we jumping out of airplanes and making sexist redhead jokes into the desert in an Aquaman movie? I don't fucking know. I hope that has a reason for being there. It's just weird. But yeah, I'm excited for this flick. I think that it's not something that I think will perform very well. It's not something I'm expecting to be that great. I'm expecting to have a lot of fun watching this movie, though.
Maybe the guy who did the CG for the underwater talking, he went to the boss and said, "Look, I know I fucked up getting rid of the mustache, but give me a shot on talking underwater."
They look like they all have Henry Cavill mustaches while they're talking underwater.
One other comic book, it's not an official comic book movie, but it is based around comics that came out, was Glass, sequel to Unbreakable, as well as what was the other one that came out a couple years back?
Split.
Your take on that, Drew?
I think that this looks like fun. I think that I was probably more excited for it before I saw the trailer. I don't really like the whole psychologist has them captured and is interviewing them together angle. I think that I don't know what they're going to do with it as far as story wise. It hasn't really shown its hand as to what it is yet. But part of that didn't really jive well with me. Overall, M. Night Shyamalan, in my opinion, has made two good movies. They were called Unbreakable and Split. And Mr. Glass is his best chance of having another hit. I want to see it, and I hope it's good.
See, that's where I feel like I'm different from a lot of people when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Is I like The Village. I like Signs. I mean, yeah.
I like that too.
So,
do you like Signs?
Lady of the Water was weird.
I'm not sure if I can be on the show anymore, honestly, if you like Signs. That's one of the I've walked out of two movies ever. One of them was called Hope Floats, and the other one was called Signs. Oh my god, that movie's terrible.
Really?
I walked out
Makes
of
me
the
want to fill a
DruManchu code.
burlap sack full of kittens and whack it against a rock until it stops wiggling.
Okay. Paul, what do you think of Glass?
I actually haven't had a chance to catch the trailer for that one yet, but I think it's a great character, so I'm definitely going to be there.
How about you, Mike?
Loved Unbreakable. Thought it was excellent. I haven't seen Split yet, but excited for Glass.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Split yet either.
It's worth checking out.
Yeah, I liked Unbreakable better, but it was a good book or a good movie. I'll definitely pick or watch Glass when it comes out. Trying to hurry up and do a couple more things before I do some housekeeping stuff.
We're not going to talk about King of the Monsters?
Hell yeah.
King Kong? That convoluted
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh, yes, Godzilla, not King Kong. That convoluted mess of a trailer that I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
You're not supposed to know what's going on. It looked awesome, didn't it?
It has a lot of CGI shit. That's all it looks like.
Not nearly as much as Aquaman.
At least I could tell what was going on in Aquaman. But go ahead there. You give us your rundown on Godzilla trailer.
It was better than the Aquaman trailer, and you could see what was going on in it, and it was awesome.
Just opposite of who I am. Mike, how about you?
Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. You get the inclusion of all the other, I guess, what do they call the
Titans?
The Titans, the three-headed dragon. I can't
Ghidorah.
think of it. Ghidorah. I can't think of their names right now. Mothra's. It looks like Mothra's in it. So excited to see all them guys.
Yes, King Kong is king of the jungle. Paul, did you read that? God dang it. Did you watch that?
Started watching it, and then I had to go make dinner. So,
two other trailers I want to talk about real quick tonight. There are two, but main ones. Titans. I guess I'll start at this one. I don't know, man. It seems a lot like it's trying to be a rated R version of WB show, and I'm not really thrilled with it. And the price point for that DC streaming service, $8 a month, is definitely not going to be worth it for me. So Titans did not look good. Drew, how about you?
Fuck Batman.
I didn't even see Titans.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope it's better than it looks. Beast Boy actually looked okay in the trailer. I'll give them that. They did something with the effects there that turned out all right. Starfire kind of looks like her original appearances with the curly hair. I kind of get what they were going for there. I think they failed miserably. The acting in this seems like it's going to be terrible, but it might be terrible in the way that Arrow season 1 was, where I could not look away. It might be terrible in the same way that Riverdale is, and if you don't watch Riverdale, you're dead inside. I think that these trashy soap opera style dramas from the CW have given them the opportunity to kind of learn how these things work. And I think that has a chance to be something special. I think it's the closest we're going to get to a Batman TV show. Gotham sucks, so it'll probably be better than that. So we'll see. Do I have high hopes for it? Not really. Will I watch it? Yeah, to kind of justify the $8 price tag I'm going to be paying to watch the Outsiders or whatever they're calling Young Justice. So I'll definitely be watching that.
So I'm watching Titans right now on my TV right here. So
okay, real quick before while you're watching that, I'll talk about. I don't know if anybody else has watched Sons of Anarchy or really dug that show. I really did. Mayans is coming out. I'm not sure if it's a prequel or if it's supposed to be after or during that same timeline or what. But that I'll definitely be checking that out too, because I did love Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I believe it's a prequel.
Yeah, I think it's a prequel, but not too far before what happened. There's also talk that he's going to do a true prequel that's going to have the original 9, the Redwood originals.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love to see that. I mean,
I heard that got shelved.
Did it?
Yeah, I heard that a lot of what he was planning to do with that, at least like story wise, got transferred into what they're doing with Mayans. So I think that he might still be doing that as a comic or a book, but who knows? We'll see down the road. Sons of Anarchy was great until it wasn't.
So
Sons of Anarchy was kind of like a crazy chick. They're fun until they're not fun anymore.
Yeah. Are you done watching that Titans trailer, Mike?
All I gotta say about the Titans trailer is I'll be watching it, but for all the people who said that Starfire wasn't gonna look like a Skid Row hooker, she still kind of looks like a Skid Row hooker.
She does look like a Skid Row hooker. I'm watching it with no sound on, so I see Raven here, Nightwing.
So the last trailer that popped up
was pretty well done, to be honest.
I thought Raven looked good.
Stuff looked really cool.
The last trailer that popped up, and I'm not sure if everybody in the panel actually watches it. I know I do. I know Mike does. Paul may, and that's Walking Dead season 9. Do you watch that, Drew?
I watched all 7 seasons the moment that they were released until season 8, which I did not watch. And when I watched the season 9 trailer, I'm like, shit, now I got to go back and watch season 8, even though everybody said it was terrible, because season 9 looks like it's going to be great. So it looks like they're finally doing the time jump from the comics, and I'm excited to see how they set the world of The Walking Dead on TV up after that time jump. But yeah. We'll see how it goes.
What about you, Paul?
I mean, I've watched every episode. I love the show. Be interesting to see where it goes when 2 of the main cast members leave. I don't know that there's only a couple left from the beginning. So it's I mean, I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think he's carrying the show right now. So let's just go with it. I'm ready for it. Let's watch it.
How about you, Mike?
I have not seen. I'm like Drew. I have not seen season 8, and I have not seen this trailer for season 9. So,
okay,
I have nothing.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Season 9.
Everybody knows that Andrew's leaving like halfway through this season. He's no longer be on the show. Everybody knew that, right?
Yep.
Everybody caught up on the comic books and what happened in the comic book at the beginning of Whisperer War?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to spoil anything there, but I mean, maybe it's people in the chat that haven't read it. But I really hope they don't give Rick Ezekiel's death. And it could be Rick and Green, Maggie, Rosita, and Ezekiel's death, because they were 2 big characters that got killed during that
it's true.
issue. And I really hope they don't do that. I mean, I really don't want to see Rick go at all, but unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be. So,
and one thing I heard is, well, I don't know. There are rumors that part of his death scene has what's his name, Punisher,
John Bernthal.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a dream sequence or something, but they were all spotted out at a bar drinking where they were filming, and Bernthal was there. So
yeah, it could have been he was just there maybe to hang out because it was his final day of shooting too.
It could be, but a lot of people are saying maybe there is going to be some kind of either like a dream sequence or something.
Yeah. Anything else from San Diego Comic-Con we want to talk about before we move on to the housekeeping items? Anybody else? Mike, Drew, Paul?
Yeah, Marvel Knights, written by Donny Cates. Marvel Knights is coming back and being spearheaded by Donny Cates in a story editor type capacity. Comics Misexplained brought it up in the chat. Let's talk about that a little bit. What do you guys think about Donny Cates?
Now, is this like the offshoot? I know Marvel did Marvel Knights, like what, in the 2000s, where it was kind of a darker version of Marvel, correct?
Yes.
And so he's just going to be kind of the umbrella, kind of overseeing the whole process?
It seems to be that way. Yeah, I think that he's going to take kind of the Brian Michael Bendis role with Marvel Knights. And I think that that's actually really cool. I've loved pretty much everything that he's putting out through Marvel. I like most of his creator-owned stuff. Baby Teeth was a bit hard for me to get into, but Redneck kind of lost its luster for me pretty quickly. But God Country was really great. I think that I just picked up Relay. I thought that was pretty good, even though he just did the story for that, not the actual writing. He's good stuff. So I'm excited about that. And if he's got some great ideas for these characters for other artists and creators to work on, that's all the better, because like I said, with Relay, I enjoyed the story he set out, even though he didn't do the writing. So if he's covering this whole corner of the Marvel universe, I can expect good things out of it, honestly.
What about you, Paul?
Jeremy wanted us to bring up James Gunn.
I had it on the list here, but I didn't know if we wanted to go into it, because usually you guys try to get out here a little early to get to work tomorrow morning. But
he was an idiot. He got fired. He was an idiot 10 years ago, but he got fired for it.
The whole PC culture thing drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's insane. And the quicker that DC can hire him to do a Green Lanterns movie, the better. That's really the only thing that can come of this, is that a lesser studio can get a great director to make good movies for them. So hopefully he gets a chance to shine somewhere else. I understand in this culture why a giant corporation has to react the way they reacted. Doesn't mean I agree with it. It's absolutely stupid. The guy had context for these comments, and it was before they even hired him. So to fire him for it is kind of ridiculous, but you know.
Plus, this is the same world where Roman Polanski, who actually raped someone, they think he's the greatest director since sliced bread. This guy tweeted and he got fired.
Yeah, but Roman Polanski is not getting hired by Disney anytime soon. So that's, I don't know if that's true. Not a false equivalency, but either way, this is dumb.
Yeah, but he could get hired by Touchstone, which is owned by Disney.
Yeah, I read through some of the tweets. Some of them are kind of disgusting, but I'm not going to go, dude, it's your freedom of speech. You can say what you want, and whether it be disgusting or not. It is a company. They can do what they want with who they're hiring, who they're firing. But still, I think it's going way too far with some of this stuff. But we haven't heard from Mike in a while. What's he doing? He touching himself?
He decided to
probably never stop.
James Gunn. What do you think of James Gunn?
Who?
You, James Gunn, get fired from Marvel.
Whatever.
Okay. Thank you for that intriguing look into the James Gunn tragedy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and jump right into some of the housekeeping stuff. Of course, we still have the G.I. Joe 252 giveaway. I got it here. It is packed in Mylar, ready to roll. So far, we have three people entered into the contest, or it's through our Patreon, which is there's a link to that right there as well. So $1 gets you an entry into that book. So far, we have C. Woodward, Pokon Joe, and the other Rogue City Comics, the other comic store that's in my area. They actually donate to the Patreon too. So definitely get that in there. That'll be good to go until the 4th of August. So that's when we'll do good to the 4th. We'll do the drawing on the 5th of August. So if you want to go do a Patreon, throw in $1, put your name in an entry to it, win that comic, and then we'll end up picking the next one and hopefully displaying that one. The other question I wanted to do was something for our Facebook group. Just throw it out there to you guys. You can make a comment below. You can comment on the Facebook page. Make a comment in the chat that's going on right now. I want to know your opinion on all of the auctions going on the Facebook group right now. Do you think it's too much? Should we have them back off? Your opinions on that, let us know. me personally, I think it's getting a bit much when it's getting inundated with a video. Like every other post is an auction video. I just want to know what you guys want to see there, so let us know that.
Big shout out to Count Von Strange Roman numeral. Haven't seen him in a while.
Why is Drew frozen? Oh, Drew's not frozen.
I'm not frozen. Am I frozen?
Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. Now you're not frozen. Yeah, so let us know on that what you want to see on that our Facebook group. That is all the housekeeping items I got. Drew, last minute shout outs or anything like that before we head out tonight?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who wants to give me some money for my new shoes. I wear these special people shoes to work every day. They've got Velcro on them right here. They're super classy. I bought them at Walmart and they're falling apart. And everybody in my life is giving me shit for my shoes. So just, help me stop getting bullied for being the kid who showed up for the first day of school with the Adidas with 4 stripes.
Do they light up?
No, unfortunately they don't. I wish they did, so I could highlight how terrible my shoes are.
Yeah, just to make sure everybody knows, that is totally different than our Patreon. Here, I will add the...
But yeah, go support the Patreon. Give me some walking around money.
No, it's not for walking around money.
I can walk around with some money in my pockets.
No, it's not meant for that, but...
I'm not going to spend it. I just want to walk around with it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, why not?
Paul, how about you? Well, go ahead, Mike. What are you going to say?
I was going to say they're agreeing with you that the auctions are a little too much. So.
Okay.
We have Who is that people... booger chick?
What the? Who's? What's my cat?
Oh, that's your.
Yeah, give me a second. You go to the chat real quick while I get my cat out of the room.
Go deal with your pussy.
Don't go under the bed. Don't go under the bed.
What?
His pussy's under the bed.
You always want the pussy on top of the bed.
This is more entertaining, him trying to get that cat. Someone kill the cat, please. Cats are assholes, man.
Oh my god.
Did you guys hear me kill the cat?
Did you kick it?
No, it tried to go underneath the bed when I tried to grab it. So it was pissed at me. Okay.
Pissed off the pussy?
He went to grab the pussy and it hit under the bed.
Yeah, that usually happens.
Well, if you were famous, you could just grab it by the pussy. And
yeah, I could have.
Nothing you could do about it.
So people are thinking the auctions are a little bit too much. I may have to make a post on that to say, hey, buddy, everybody, maybe do like one auction a day because we have people doing multiple auctions throughout the day. No, the cat's not hungry. The cat was trapped in a room with me. Just to be clear, Jason Smith.
I'd probably be howling if I was trapped in a room with you too.
Yeah. What, Mike?
I don't know.
Okay, moving on. Did Paul do his shout-outs?
No.
Okay,
as usual, shout out to everybody in the chat, and special shout out to my brother Chad from Reviews from the Batcave, who did not have a good day. And, everybody just ignored Drew. His opinions don't really matter anyway, because he's always wrong. So.
I've never been wrong yet. I guess there's a first time for everything, so stay tuned, but not so far.
There's an X-Men Black coming out?
Yeah, I think so. I heard something about that, yeah.
Stars all the black X-Men.
They still got regular black guys. They still got regular black guys, don't they?
I don't think Claremont would write that. I think it's Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I heard Claremont was coming back for an issue at X-Men, though, for somewhere. I don't know where.
Probably.
Didn't he just do the wedding crap?
He did something during that, but I don't know. He didn't do the wedding itself.
Okay, moving on to Mike. Shout-outs.
Everyone in the chat. Jeremy, Comics Misexplained, who's been here from the beginning. Pocan Joe, Safe Travels. TJ Watson, Count Von Strange Roman numeral, and all the rest of you cool cats. Just to let you know, the boxes for the Would You Rather contest have started to go out. So those 4 winners could start looking for those sometime soon.
I'll be sending mine out tomorrow.
Lazy.
Hey, man, I had to work all weekend.
Yeah.
And I was on vacation.
Busy as
not working all week. So, I mean,
I was working
when do you want me to send these things out? When I've got free time?
I was working 2 jobs, and I got mine out. Okay.
Oh, and we got to thank the lurkers, too, like Aim High.
Coming. Oh, don't forget the lurkers, yeah. Okay, you did your shout-outs.
Lurky lose.
You lurking. Okay. So let me look at my page here, make sure I'm up on the screen. We have a few new subs to our channel here. Justice for Comics. I wrote Wild Willies down here, but that's a mustache wax that Paul was telling me about. And Andy Vinylden and Wolf Pro 320. So a few new subs to the Blasted Assassin channel. If you do catch us here, make sure you go to our Facebook page. Make sure you go to check out our Twitter and follow us on there. And as always, whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading, everybody. Later. How do I stop this thing? I forgot.